Do you find yourself getting winded climbing just a couple of flights of stairs? Do you wake up with that familiar tightness in your chest, or feel like your breathing has become noticeably shallower than it was a few years ago? If cold air triggers a coughing fit, and every winter brings another round of bronchitis, this video is made specifically for you. Today I am going to share 3 simple sounds, completely free, requiring zero equipment, that take just 5 minutes 3 times a day, and are backed by decades of clinical research to restore, strengthen, and genuinely rejuvenate your lungs. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will want to start immediately. Here is the uncomfortable truth about lung aging that most people never hear. Your lung function peaks in your mid-20s, and then declines by roughly 1% every single year after age 30. By the time most people reach their 70s, they have lost over 40% of their peak lung capacity. Modern life makes this even worse. Air pollution, shallow habitual breathing, sedentary lifestyles, and indoor pollutants all accelerate this decline. The tiny air sacs in your lungs called alveoli lose elasticity. The mucus-clearing cilia lining your airways slow down and become less effective. Your respiratory immune defenses weaken, leaving pathways open for viruses and bacteria to take hold far more easily. This is why colds linger longer, pneumonia risk rises, and breathlessness arrives with less and less exertion as the years go by. The question is whether this process can be slowed or even partially reversed. The answer, supported by a growing body of research, is yes. And the tool that does it costs absolutely nothing. The first sound is humming. Close your mouth gently, breathe in through your nose, and as you exhale, produce a low sustained hum. The sound you make when something tastes wonderful, or when you are lost in a pleasant thought. This unremarkable sound triggers a remarkable biological event inside your sinuses and airways. Published research in an international respiratory medicine journal found that just 10 seconds of sustained humming increases nasal nitric oxide concentration by an average of 15 times compared to quiet exhalation, with some subjects showing increases of up to 21 times. Nitric oxide is not a trivial molecule. It acts as your airway's built-in cleaning and defense system simultaneously. It dilates bronchial passages and blood vessels, flooding your lung tissue with oxygen-rich blood. It carries potent antimicrobial and antiviral properties directly, disrupting the cell membranes of pathogens attempting to colonize your airways. And it dramatically improves the efficiency of oxygen exchange at the alveolar level, meaning every breath you take after humming delivers more usable oxygen to your bloodstream. Beyond the chemistry, the vibration created by humming physically loosens mucus and debris adhered to your airway walls, the same way a washing machine vibration shakes dust from fabric. This vibration-induced mucus clearance is why people who hum for just 2 minutes in the morning report their airways feeling measurably clearer and more open within minutes. The second sound comes from pursed lip breathing, the gentle, steady whoosh of air passing through slightly tightened lips, as though you were slowly extinguishing a candle. This technique is used formally in pulmonary rehabilitation programs around the world, for one precisely understood reason. When lung function weakens, airways tend to collapse too quickly during exhalation, trapping stale air deep in the lungs and blocking fresh air from entering fully. This is called air trapping, and it creates a vicious cycle of progressively worsening breathlessness. By creating gentle resistance at the lips, pursed lip breathing keeps airways open longer during exhalation, allowing the lungs to push out significantly more stale air before the airway closes. A 6-week clinical trial involving patients with chronic lung conditions found that regular pursed lip breathing improved forced expiratory volume by an average of 22%, and reduced post-exertion breathing recovery time by approximately 35%. These are not minor quality of life improvements. These are measurable functional gains from changing nothing except how you exhale. The third sound is abdominal resonance, sometimes called belly voicing or diaphragmatic humming. Place one hand on your abdomen just below the navel. As you inhale, let your belly push forward into your hand. Then as you exhale, produce a low resonant sound, while slowly drawing your abdomen back inward. This recruits and trains your diaphragm, the dome-shaped muscle that performs 75% of the mechanical work of breathing. Most adults breathe almost exclusively from their chest, leaving the diaphragm chronically underused and progressively weakened. A 4-week diaphragmatic exercise program produced an average 28% improvement in maximum inspiratory muscle strength and a 19% increase in vital lung capacity. A 19% increase in lung capacity is the functional equivalent of giving your lungs back a decade of lost performance. Here is exactly how to combine these 3 sounds into a practical daily routine. Practice 3 sessions per day, each lasting 5 minutes. Your morning session, immediately after waking, focuses on clearing overnight mucus accumulation. Spend the first 2 minutes humming with your hands resting on your chest, so you can feel the vibration traveling inward. Follow with 3 minutes of pursed lip breathing, inhaling through the nose for 2 counts and exhaling through pursed lips for 4 to 6 counts. Always make the exhale at least twice as long as the inhale. Your midday session, around 30 minutes after lunch, is the ideal time for diaphragmatic work because digestion has stabilized and your diaphragm has more freedom of movement. 2 minutes of belly voicing, followed by 3 minutes of humming is the optimal sequence. Your evening session, about 20 minutes before sleep, combines all 3 to clear the day's accumulated airway debris and relax the respiratory muscles for deep overnight recovery. 2 minutes of belly voicing, 2 minutes of humming, then 1 minute of pursed lip breathing to close. To amplify these results further, consider pairing the routine with a warm ginger and honey drink before your morning session. Ginger contains gingerol, a compound with documented bronchodilatory properties, while raw honey lines the airway mucosa with antimicrobial protection. Adding a few drops of eucalyptus oil to a diffuser during your sessions is also worth trying. The active compound cineol in eucalyptus has been clinically shown to support mucus clearance and bronchial relaxation. Even a brief 1 to 2 minute steam inhalation before your morning session, simply leaning over a bowl of hot water with a towel over your head, hydrates and loosens airway secretions, so the subsequent humming vibration penetrates more deeply. A few important safety points. If you are currently experiencing an acute asthma attack, active respiratory infection, or pneumonia, please complete your medical treatment before beginning this routine. If you notice blood in your mucus, experience severe or worsening breathlessness, or have chest pain during these exercises, stop immediately and consult a physician. People with COPD may find this routine genuinely beneficial, but you must continue prescribed medications and consult your doctor before starting. Never discontinue medical treatment based on lifestyle interventions alone. If you feel dizzy during practice, slow down immediately, as dizziness indicates hyperventilation. Reduce the intensity and duration by half until your body adapts. A large multinational study examining vocal breathing training programs found that consistent participants showed statistically significant improvements in respiratory-related quality of life after 12 weeks. A separate analysis found that people who practiced regular vocal respiratory exercises had approximately 39% fewer respiratory infection-related medical visits compared to a control group. These numbers represent real differences in how people feel, breathe, and live every single day. Your lungs are waiting to respond. 30 days of consistent practice with these 3 sounds is all it takes to begin feeling a difference that your morning self will thank you for. Start tonight with just 2 minutes of humming before bed. That small sound is the beginning of something significant. If this helped you, please like, subscribe, and share this with someone whose breathing deserves better. Leave a comment below if you are starting the 7-day challenge today. See you in the next video.